Hi there and welcome. It's Jennifer with another product release close-up video for you. This is probably the last product release close-up video I'll have for you for a while, but I really wanted to show you this great new collection from Avery Elle. There are some fantastic stamps and dies in this release. And I also want to apologize now if you hear any noises in the background. We're remodeling and I cannot find a quiet spot in this house to save my life. So I apologize for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the stamps. First, we have Hats Off. This is probably one of the most creative and clever stamps and unique stamps I've seen in a long time. So you could stamp these little hands kind of throwing hats up, and maybe you put that below a shaker window and have all these little hats kind of flying through the shaker window. I think that would be fun to show kind of that they're throwing the hats up. And you might want to adhere some of those hats so they stay kind of floating and then have some of them shaking too. You can also use this set with the little hand that you see on the left. You can have it holding the little stick to a flag and have something written on the flag, or make that stick a string holding the balloon that you see on the top. So you can really stretch this set creatively. I like that it works really great with masculine cards, feminine cards, cards for kids, cards for adults. And I think encouragement cards or telling somebody you're proud of them, something that really is great to send. So I really like the way to go message and the hip hooray. I hope to have a video using this stamp set to you very soon, and there are coordinating dies available for it also. Next, we have the Floral Frame. Now this one, there's been a lot of examples already from the Avery Elle design team. It's a great set. What's great about this is this large cluster of flowers you can stamp in one corner of your card and then a second time in the opposite corner of your card. And you can end up with a frame of flowers going around your card with so little effort. You just need to stamp it twice. There are also all the little pieces that you can kind of stamp and layer on if you want to. What I plan to do is to stamp and die cut, because there are coordinating dies for this, that large image so that I have two pieces, and then I'm going to create that frame for a card and have a shaker window behind it. So the entire front of the card would be a shaker window just kind of framed in those flowers. And in the shaker window, I would have all these little flowers floating around, and then I would heat emboss the sentiment right in the center. So I really like these images because they're simple and great for practicing whatever color method you want. Another stamp set with a similar feel is the Canopy set. Now this one you could stamp at the top of the card kind of cascading down, or at the bottom of the card kind of climbing up, or you can even do it on the side of the card going to the side. I even think this would be beautiful to stamp on the back of an envelope, and it matches up nicely with the stamp set I just showed you. I like that all these flowers are together on one large image, so it takes the guesswork out of creating a great big bouquet, but you can also cut out individual flowers if you wanted to. Next up is the Banner and Wreath set. This is such a beautiful, sweet set, great for clean and simple cards. I like that there's the wreath, that ring wreath in the center, and there is the coordinating die for it. So you could use that as a frame, maybe on the window of a card so you can see through to the inside. So you can die cut, stamp and die cut that frame, and then die cut and stamp all these little clusters of flowers to kind of go on that frame. You can also die cut that banner to go across it and put whatever sentiment you want on it. I think this would be beautiful with maybe gold embossing and some light coloring. And I really like the sentiment that says heartfelt condolences. I think that's a very sweet sentiment, and I'm not sure I have that in any of my other stamp sets. Next up, we have the Woodland Wonders, some absolutely adorable little animals in this set. What I really like in the set is the tree, so that you can kind of put the owl sitting on the branch. And the coordinating dies that are available actually have a great die to cut out that tree, and it cuts the little spaces between the two trees, which allows you to kind of have your animals kind of peek out from between the trees. So you can create a great scene with this. I also think the bunny and the bird are absolutely adorable, and it'd be fun to maybe take those hats from that Hats Off stamp set or the balloon from that set and tie it together with this set. Now we have the More Party Animals stamp set. Now for this one I have a couple ideas. One thing I want to do with it is just stamp these onto a note card and color them in, and then coat them in glossy accents so they have a lot of shine and dimension to them. I think that'd be great for a kid's card. I also think it would be fun to stamp these, maybe white heat emboss these on vellum and color that vellum and die cut them out and kind of have them all overlap each other so you can kind of see through a little bit on each of them. I think that would give a great balloon feel to it. And of course there are the coordinating dies available for it. This one is the special delivery stamp set. I'm actually in need for a baby card, and this is what I plan to do. I plan to stamp the bird. Hanging from his beak would be that baby that you see on the left. And you can see the cloth on that baby is open, so I plan to use little alphabet letters to stamp the baby's name there to personalize it. I think baby cards are extra special when you personalize it with the baby's name. I think the mom always thinks that's fun. So this would be a perfect set for that. Next, we have two smaller stamp sets. The first is Be a Unicorn. Unicorns are so popular right now, and I think this is a fun one. So the unicorn, I would love to stamp him and paint him with like rainbow hair, or color him with rainbow hair and a rainbow tail, and then die cut or cut him out and put him on a little action wobbler so he shakes when you open the card. I also really like the Wishing You a Magical Day sentiment because it works great with the unicorn or the rainbow, or you can use it with some other images you have with a magical feel. Now, there are also coordinating dies for this, and it even cuts out those tiny little stars and such in that set, which is great. Now, this other set that's on the bottom is Pure Magic. It's a super small set. There is a coordinating die available. I like that you can stamp your Pure Magic and just create a happy card, either for a kid or a friend. It's just a cute stamp set, and my son was really excited about this one and wants to use it somehow for his birthday party. So anyways, I thought that was a great set too. I like when there are stamp sets that are smaller because the price point's always great. And check out how cute this skating by stamp set is. It's just so sweet. So you've got the little girl who's skating, but you could change her up. You could actually color her up, cut her out, and cut off the wheels on her shoes. So she's not skating, she's just walking. You can change it to do that. There are many things you can put in her hand. You can have the balloons in her hand, a cell phone in her hand, an ice cream cone, many options for things that you can do. You can also put this little bubbles stamp in her hand, so it looks like she's blowing bubbles, and then maybe use some solid circle stamps to create kind of a bokeh background to go with that. Also, if you have a short-haired little girl, you can actually stamp and cut off her ponytail so that you have a short-haired girl with a little bow in her hair, and I think that's great when you can kind of change a stamp a little bit to make it match the look of whoever you're giving the card to. This is just a sweet set, and I can't wait to color it. Next, we have the Stoked stamp set, and I gotta tell you, my son, who's 9, was really excited about this one because he can use these to create birthday cards for his buddies. He's excited about that. I just think this is a really well done stamp set, and you can change the little characters up. You can even put long hair on them if you want to turn this into a girl card or just give it a completely different look. I really like the sentiments in the set also. You've got "You're awesome," "You nailed it," "You rock," a lot of encouraging kind of messages. I think it'd be great to just stamp, color, and die cut these guys out, put them on those action wobblers so they shake when you open up the card, and you'd have a really fun card for someone. My kids were both really excited about this next set. This is the Hello Chum. This is just a fun and playful set. There are these fun shark images which they're excited to stamp and color. They thought they were so funny. What I want to do with it is I really like the sentiment that says, "We're gonna need a bigger," and then it has ... and in the inside of the card you can stamp cake. So I thought it'd be fun to make like a mini card and have the waves of water along the card, and then have that shark fin sticking up from the top of the card. So on the outside of the card it just says, "We're going to need a bigger," and then ... and you open it up and it says cake, and it's got the big shark face. I just thought that would be fun. Maybe even put that shark onto an action wobbler so he pops up when you open up the card. Just a fun and playful set, and I'm really excited about it if I can keep it from my kids' hands. I think they're going to steal this one. Now we have the Sentimental stamp set. This is probably my favorite stamp set from this release, in addition to the Hats Off, which I showed you at the beginning. These have long sentiments in it. So here's a card so you can see. You can stretch these sentiments across a card, even at a diagonal if you wanted to. You've got all the different sentiments that you would need there in the large words. But then there are lots of small words that you can team up with it or use alone. I always like to have small little sentiments like this to kind of put in tight areas on cards, so you can use them separately if you wanted to. Now what's fun is they have the Sentimental Dies, which I'll show you in a few minutes, and they match up perfectly, the exact same sizing as the sentimental words in the stamp set. So it's nice to have the die or the stamp option. So these are long sentiments. Those big words are long sentiments, but remember, you could always mask or partially ink up these little sentiments so that it doesn't have those long extender lines and it's just the word alone. So you can stretch them by doing that. So the last stamp set in this release is the Best Ever stamp set. This is one of those handy ones to have if you really like to personalize your cards. So you can have to the best coach, to the best grandma, granddad, stepmom, stepdad, mother-in-law. You've got it all in here. And so you can do to the best dad ever or to the best mom and dad ever. You can team these up in so many different ways, and along with sentiments that you already have. Great way to personalize cards if that's something that you like to do. I like also that they're large, so it really can fill up space on a card. Okay, so we're in the home stretch here. We're now on to the dies that are included in this release. First, we have the Sentimental Dies, which I gave you a peek at earlier when I showed you the Sentimental stamp set. Included in this package of dies are the 5 sentiments that you see here. I like that they're long, so they cover the entire width of a card if you want them to, or you can trim off those extensions and have the smaller words alone. I like that they're detailed and intricate. And here's a little tip: when you have a bunch of different words in a pocket and it's hard to tell what they are, to add to the label on your pocket. So you have the label there that says hello, thanks, hugs, celebrate, and congratulations, so I know what words are included in there. If you're looking to add some word dies to your collection, this might be a good one to get because you get so many in it. Another great one, and this one I'm just tickled pink about, is the a tag for all die set. So this has this large tag die and all of these little words. Lots of different words, nice and detailed. I love this font. And you can build up a bunch of different sentiments here. You can do best wishes, happy birthday, miss you, love you, thank you, for you. Lots of different things here. This tag too that's included in the set has the little piercing details around the edge, and this tag is actually 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, the same as a note card that you see here. So it fits into an envelope nicely. I think it'd be fun to give a tag card instead of a traditional folding card. So if you are looking to add some word dies to your collection, maybe you don't have many, this is a good option. This is the last one I showed you because there are such variety of sentiments included. The size is nice, the style is nice, it can go a variety of different ways. I'm really happy with this die set. You'll be seeing me use this one in future videos. Next, we have the pierced clouds. This has in the set the 2 border dies of clouds and then 3 little cloud dies also. And it does add that fine detailed piercing around the inside cutting edge. I really like the shape of these clouds. I'm picky with clouds and hearts. I don't know why, but I like the shape of these clouds quite a bit. And I like that there are 3 different sizes and the borders all in one set. I can't wait to use all those cloud dies to cut from white felt. I think that'd be really sweet. Next, we have the Scalloped Pierced Heart set. So this set includes a die that cuts that large scallop heart, this medium-sized heart with the pierced finishing edge on the inside, and then this smaller heart that actually cuts that tiny little heart from the center. Now, you could use these individually or layer them up. This would be fun for a great shaker card. You could have a window with that heart in the center. You can see here how big this is in relation to a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. Now we have the double pierced square die set. So this cuts a square with the faux piercing on the inside and outside edge. Now I left all these dies hooked together and die cut them all at once, and I ended up with these frames, which is a great thing that you can do with these dies. So you can see it has the faux piercing around the inside and outside edge of this. You can cut these apart and just use them to cut squares with the piercing if you want to. I like how these all kind of fit inside of each other. You could create a fun card with this. And I'll be using these on a card video very soon. And last but not least, we have the pierced banner layers. I like that Avery Elle includes so many different things into a set, so it's really useful. This has 4 different banner creations in this die set. So you can see they each have that faux piercing on the inside edge, which is a really nice touch. It's hard to see in the video, but in real life, it's really nice. 4 different sizes. The thing that I'm excited about with this set is that big rectangle that you see. Now this rectangle is 5 1/2 inches tall. So it's as tall as a normal card, and there's only the faux piercing on those side edges. So you can cut a piece with this large rectangle, and it would cover the height of a note card, but not the width. So you have a little bit of your note card showing, and you have that faux piercing just on the sides of it, just on the right and the left. And I think that's a great way to add a little bit of interest to a card, and I'll definitely be using this one quite often. So I like that they include both in that set, so you can get a lot out of it. Okay, so there you go. A really quick look at the Avery Elle release. I'm really excited about a lot of these products. I hope this is helpful to you. If you are interested in the products, they are linked below in my YouTube description. You can also head over to my blog at jennifermcguireinc.com. You can click my logo here or the link in the description, where I have much more information, including a giveaway of some of these stamps. Now, in the middle are 2 other videos that you might like. They both use some Avery Elle products and are some techniques that would be great with some of the sets that you see here today. I appreciate you watching. Hope this was helpful and that you'll return again soon. Have a great day.